I'm Paula Andrea Pyle, and welcome to Cosmic Therapy. I am delighted that you have decided to join us today. We are going to spend the next hour doing whatever in this world that we want to do. And I hope that you have fun, and I hope you enjoy the next 60 minutes with me, Paula Andrea Pyle, and my co-host, Bridget Nicole Pyle.
Hello.
Hi, Bridget. Hi, Bridget. Glad to be here, Bridget. We are finally in the studios at RTN Television here in Raleigh. And for those of you who have been watching us for the last couple of seasons, those shows were filmed in Asheville, North Carolina, where we came from.
Right.
And we're so excited to be in Raleigh now and finally in the studio. We are not live yet because we have to do several sessions here in the studio before we can go live. But we will be going live, Bridget. We will. Isn't that going to be exciting? And we'll be taking phone calls, and we'll be doing all that fun stuff that we do all the time. Okay, Bridget, so how do we want to start? You want to start with the bucket?
Yeah.
Okay, now for those of you who it is the first time you're joining us, what we do is anything and everything and in and at random. Everything goes, anything goes, we go, we blow, we sew, we joe, we're everything. So she is going to pull a piece of paper out of this can, and we're going to show you how in life everything is connected. Everything. We are completely spontaneous. We don't plan a thing. We just take it as it comes. And she'll be reading this, and there's about 500 of those little slips of paper, and each week we'll be pulling one or two or three or none, whatever we choose to do. And she'll be reading them, and then we're going to kind of like correlate all the things that happen in the next hour. When we go live, you'll be able to call and participate in this spontaneous hour. So again, I'm glad you have joined us. This is Mode of Cosmic Therapy. Your life in action, projected, transpired, transfused, transcribed. Give me another word. Trans what?
Transmitted.
Ah, I like that, Bridget. Through
Okay.
us. Go.
Your attention span is limited. You are simply bored with your current involvements, ready to dig deeper into yourself.
Wow. I like that because that's exactly how I'm feeling today, Bridget. Let's read it again.
Your attention span is limited. You're simply bored with current involvements, ready to dig deeper into yourself.
Okay. Our attention span is limited. Is yours limited?
Oh.
Okay. You're simply bored with your current involvements. Well, let me see. We've got Jacob on the camera and Brandy on the camera. And are y'all bored with your current involvements? No. Okay. Well, let's see. Are we ready to dig deeper into ourselves to see what's going on? Well, let's do it. All right, Bridget, let's put that back in there. And we're going to start with, let's see what today is anyway, Bridget. Let me read a little bit of that. All right. We use everything. We use books. We use cards. We use astrology. We use numerology. We use everything and anything. We use music. It's just a whole lot of fun because that's what life's about. Life is about having fun. You are in the middle of fun. And if you're not having fun, then you better check your source. And you better see if you're plugged up, because if you ain't plugged up, then you're dead. And you need to find your coffin and lay down somewhere. Anyway, today is June the 12th. So it's a Gemini day, Bridget. And the element is copper. Copper. You don't have any copper
I have
on?
a penny in my purse.
Oh, well, that works. See, that's good. The numerology is 11, and we were just talking about that right before we went on the air. See, we use numerology, and in Bridget's name, see what we'll do. Let's do that, Bridget, since we want to do that. Bridget, make the letters. Hey, I know what. Let's take that paper and get a marker. Let's do that so that people can see at home. And what color you want?
Okay.
I'm going to do blue. Okay, we're going to be doing numerology right now, and she's going to do the letters of her name and if any of you at home have a marker or a pen or a pencil or a piece of chalk or whatever you got, take the letters of your first name. Okay, I'm going to do P, A, U, L, A. All right, Bridget? Oh, you went with purple. All right. Now, numerology is based on the numbers from 1 to 9, and then there are master numbers, 11, 22, and 33. But that'll be another show. We're not going to talk about that today. We're going to do a real simple, short lesson in numerology. But you take letters like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. Now that should be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you repeat the letters. You repeat them, you know, like J, K, L, and that's how you do it. But anyway, we're going to break down Bridget's name. And since the first letter of her first name is a 2, because A is 1, B is 2, so we've got Bridget, that would be B is 2, R would be a 9, and an I would be a 9. What's the next one? D is a 4, G is 7, E is 5, and T is 2. So you go ahead and add that up while I'm sitting here. Paula is, P is 7, A is 1, U was 21, but it's a 3, and L is a 12, but that's also a 3, and then a 1. So mine is 8 and 6. 8 and 7, because I knew I was 15. Anyway, mine is a 15. 7, 8, and 7. It's 15. So my first name comes up to a 6. And what does yours come up to?
24.
24. But I thought when we did it,
No.
what was it? 20. You had 24?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how'd you get a 38? What was the 38?
My middle name and my last name.
Oh, okay. So you, 24. Yours is a 6 too. Okay. 24. For those of you who would like to know, this is just what you're going to get today. You'll have to stay tuned, and I'll add more and more stuff as we go along. But 24 is the number of art. It is also the number of beauty. And it distinguishes you with a beautiful voice. Of course you have, and a beautiful face as well. But anybody born on the 24th will naturally be an artist. Do you like to draw? Well, certainly. Most of the time, when that number shows up, 24, you do have a whole lot of artistic ability. Now, in my particular case, mine is a 15. 2 and 4 makes a 6. Mm-hmm. All right, always, when 6 is involved, the voice is involved. So there's no doubt about it that you can sing. And I have a 15, and mine is also a 6, and yes, I love to sing. Okay, so anyway, we were talking about 11, and we were talking about that in Ireland, Bridget is known as one of the goddesses, right?
Mm-hmm. The main goddess.
Oh,
yes.
The main goddess, okay. Well, that is, you heard it from Bridget. Okay, let's go on. The ruler is Venus for today. And let me see what else. We've got thoughtfulness as the nature of the personality. Today, thoughtfulness. All right, Bridget, give me an idea. What would thoughtfulness mean to you?
When you're nice to other people.
Okay.
And you think about them.
All right. What do you think
not just
about
yourself.
them? What would you think? How do you mean?
I
Give me an
mean,
example.
being thoughtful, like if it was their birthday and you wished them happy birthday, you know, without them like having to be like, oh, it's my birthday.
That reminds me, you're going to be getting your license next week. Bridget is 16. Isn't that a wonderful age? And she'll be getting her license next week. And incidentally, since we were talking about that 6, Bridget is born on the 6th. Bridget is a Pisces, and she's born on March the 6th, so she has a double dose of that artistic beauty and beautiful voice. Okay, we're going on. Let me see, the sun's in Gemini, the moon's in Aquarius. The moon's in Aquarius, Bridget. All right, give it to me, honey. What you say? From a 16-year-old. Friendly. I know. When you were in Asheville, you used to say that all the time. I love that. So you really believe that when the moon is in Aquarius that it's a friendly time. All right, well if it's a friendly day and Venus rules the day and the nature of the personality is thoughtfulness, I would think this would be a really good day for relationships, wouldn't it? Huh.
I guess so.
For guy-girl relationships or guy-guy relationships or girl-girl relationships or whatever relationships you got going on. All right, the Mayan day is a how. That means that's a day of entertainment.
Okay.
All right, and the key number is 220. There's that 22. What did we talk about that 22? That it's, well, it's a master number, and it carries a very high vibration. But like I said, I'm going to do that on another show. Okay, what we've got to give away today, Bridget, we've got to give away establishing plans. Okay, we got to give that away because the idea that you need to establish a plan and maintain it and hold it and keep it and all of that does nothing for your creativity, your natural sexual energy that flows through you, which sexual energy is the highest form of spiritual energy available to mankind. And when we try to channel that or control that or plan that or just make it so, okay, this has got to happen at this time with this person, that would create a very boring kind of life, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, like a...
Very good. Where's that at?
I'll put it back in there.
Okay. Yeah, get them. Very good, Bridget. I'm going to do that on this. All right, already. We've already said it one time. Okay? So that was about boring, right?
Okay.
So we've already said it. It's already come up. Thanks, Bridget, for... your attention span is limited. You're simply bored with your current involvements, ready to dig deeper into yourself. So what you've just said, if you... by what I was saying, you punched off of it. If we plan things, it makes for a boring life.
Yeah.
Okay? You want to add
That
to that?
makes sense. I mean, you don't want to know like everything that's going to happen.
No, you don't. Very good. Okay. Next thing, let's go. Let me put that down. All right, here we go. Let me see. We want to give away establishing plans and any type of pre-decided actions, okay? The mode saying for today is an appointed appointment. Now, how does that apply with us doing our first show here in Raleigh? Appointed appointment. We didn't plan this, right?
Right.
I mean, of course, this was going to be the day as it came about, but we didn't set about and say, okay, well, on June the 12th of 2009, we're going to be sitting in Raleigh doing this show together. It happened, but it was an appointed appointment, and your life is continuously flooded with appointed appointments that you don't set. Guess who sets it? Your soul. Your soul craves experience, craves it, and it will have it at the expense of you. So you can whine and kick and cry and do whatever you want to, but what your soul wants, because you're down here on earth and you've got to experience a lot of things and have a lot of lessons, it's going to carry you through and with the people you need to see. And you're going to go through some boring times. Oh, there it is again. If, in fact, you try to plan your life. Now, next, let me see. A penguin knocks at the front door delivering a bouquet of yellow tulips. Well, there's some yellow roses delivered right to us, and that's as close to tulips as you can get, wouldn't you say?
I'd say.
I would say so too, darling. Oh man, you remember that thing that says, are you ready to dig a little deeper into yourself?
Yeah.
All right, well, that summation of that paragraph, look at that. Read it, honey.
Life is indifferent, cold, and non-personal.
Life is indifferent, cold, and non-personal. Okay? Give it to me from 16 years old, darling. Life is indifferent. Does it care?
I don't think so.
It cold?
Sometimes.
And non-personal.
Yeah.
But we try to make everything personal, don't we? We walk around and our feelings get hurt because if some girl is standing over there in the corner and she has this certain look on her face, you absolutely interpret that she's talking about you if you happen to be in the room, right? I know. We create so many problems for ourselves just because we try to make things personal. Let me see. All right. Do not attach any special favor or implied significance, nor comment upon the events of the day where you are currently standing, and your feet are commissioned on a sovereign journey without your allotted consent or approval. Be where your feet are. Interpret. Be where your feet are, Bridget. What you mean?
I don't know, just be where you are, and I don't know.
Okay. If you're thinking about yesterday, can you be here?
Yeah.
All right, tell me how.
I mean, if you're thinking about yesterday, you're just thinking about it. You're not like going back to yesterday,
All
like
right.
physically going back to yesterday.
But are you where your feet are if your mind is somewhere else?
No.
Okay. And if you go ahead and be thinking about what's going to happen later on tonight or tomorrow, are you where your feet are?
No.
Okay. So we have to have a journey without allotted consent or approval. All right, Bridget. The next thing. Let's see. What do we want to do next, Bridget?
Pick a sentence from the book.
Okay, let's do that. What book do you want to have, honey? You choose it. Any one you want to. We brought them around several today. Which one do you want? All right. Flip it open, darling, and choose whatever line you want to read. As I said, for those of you who have joined us, this is Mode of Cosmic Therapy, and I'm Paula Andrea Pyle, and this is Bridget Nicole Pyle. And we're showing you how that you don't have to stress and strive and worry and get so concerned over your life, because your life's going to work perfectly with or without you. Whether you come kicking or screaming, your life is already perfect